Hey Star, welcome to the cosmos. My name is Chrissy, and we are on my island Moonstone, which is a cross between elegant and fairycore. And I joined the Animal Crossing community pretty late, and this is the first island I've ever completed, but I'm super excited about it and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I am ready to show you my island. I have Marshall, Tasha, Fang, Rudy, Bo, Cherry, Pashmina, Diana, Lily, and Molly. And with the theme for this island, I didn't want the villagers to necessarily be fairies themselves. They're people who research the Fae or just live among them, but not necessarily one of them. So let's look at the entrance. Here I really wanted to mix both the elements of the nature and the elegant together to make sure that it came together visually in the entrance, and I'm really excited about how it turned out. And then up to the side here I put together a little bee farm. This was one of the very first builds that I did on this island, and it was the dead of winter when I put it together. And then over here I have a lookout over two bridges. I was excited to put those two together and just have the water flowing. I love the sound of water in this game. And then down here I have a bridge that crosses over to, this is where Diana lives, so this is her front yard. And she is the one who's in charge of selling honey. And I haven't done a whole lot of illusion builds or customized panels before, so I thought this was a really fun one to start out with. I was pretty excited about that. A little fairy home tucked into the corner. And up here, I have a little neighborhood. Down here is where Marshall and Cherry live, and I thought their houses looked so cute together, and so I wanted to make sure that they were neighbors. It was really fun to do this sunken build. This was another one of my favorites that I put together pretty early. Over here is where Rudy lives. He doesn't necessarily match the island theme very well, but I wanted to have one from every single personality, and also apparently Gulliver is here today also representing, and I really like Rudy, so I was excited to have him here. I really wanted to incorporate glowing moss all over the island to represent the mystical, fantastical elements of it. Over here we have Fang, and he does pottery, and so I made him a little blanket where he has the clay crafting items and then little pottery displays. And this one surprised me with how much I ended up loving this one. I had never thought of putting together a pottery build before, and I just really liked the way it turned out. Down here, if we head left, we'll go over to the resident services, and here is the view from the bridges themselves. Very cute. And when you dream of my island, I have some gifts for you to pick up and put on some outfits that kind of match the theme, so make sure to stop by and see those. And over here, directly to the left of resident services, is a cafe, and this was a really fun big build to put together, and I loved grabbing all kinds of different foods and figuring out what chairs I wanted to use with this table, and I loved having the glowing moss stools up on top of these pillars. Down here, the next four sections are a library, and this left side is a study area, a classroom area where people can learn from the people who have spent more time researching. And here is a little discussion, chatting area with the fairy house on display, And then down here, this is a little research section. They have a little fairy habitat right here and microscopes and lots of notes. And then over here is a paper writing section. This is where people would pull together their findings to have them published in a journal. This was also really fun to pull together. I really liked that. I didn't decorate the beaches a whole lot. I don't know how to decorate beaches as elegant and fairy, so I'm still learning and I'm excited to learn more. Hi, Lily. Excuse me, dear. And then if you walk up and out of the cafe, it starts getting into the Fae Lands. Right here I made a sign that says beware Kelpie. And if you don't know, a Kelpie is a water fae that looks like a horse but can also make itself look human to trick you. So there is a sign right there to remind you to be very, very careful. And if you go back this way, I did decorate the beach back here that's kind of hard to get to, just to kind of start practicing. So there's some treasures and some bottles and some barrels and the moon because it's just so cute. Going back this way, try not to catch my skirt on fire as I walk past a cute little campfire. Alright, and then if you go up these steps, you get to the deeper part of the Fae Woods. And I wanted this area to be pretty walkable, but also feel very, very overgrown. So there's a lot of that off to the sides, but in the middle there is a pathway that cuts through so that you can look at this set of waterfalls. This was really fun to do for me. I really liked the idea of a sunken lake and waterfalls, and so I'm pretty happy about how this turned out. And if you sneak back this way, there is a magical glowing pond. Beautiful, and you can see the moon off to the side too. And then off to the right, there's more of the forest. You can sneak back here too. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oh, pick that up. And then going back through the trees here and then off to the right, I put together a Fae circle with my rocks, and I was excited to use the mushrooms here too, because fairy circles are often made of mushrooms, and I don't have a lot of mushroom codes around my island. I do have some. Here's one right here. I do have some, and then down here is the campsite for visiting researchers or people who are just looking to research the Fae when it's not sunny outside like it is right now. So I really like this bench and how I can sit on it underneath the peach tree. Right here is where I have the museum. And this one, I really wanted to lean into the elegant aspect. So there's a lot of mirroring and just keeping it really, really clean. I loved this marble pathing. And I put a gazebo back here in this corner just to add to that feeling of deliberate elegance. And also I hid the museum behind some castle structuring, which turned out fantastic. Over here is the resident home. This is where I live, and I have some stuff outside where it shows the research, you know, got the book about the Fae, and right here I just have a really fun flower garden that was fun to pull together. And this, I put together a little cello playing spot overlooking the ocean. I have a friend who really, really loves to play the cello, so I think of her every time I see cellos, and so I wanted to pull this together to remind myself of someone I love. And my house is not super decorated. I only really decorated the main area. I'm still learning how to decorate indoors. But I just have a cute little kitchen area, seating area, and some shelves. So, and I love, love, love this wallpaper. I thought that was perfect. And I love the hanging dried flowers as well. And then down here to the right, I have the little shopping district. I wanted it really close to my house for functionality. And so there's some items on display here that you can get from Nook's Cranny, as well as a cute little divider between Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters. Again, with some of the elegant statues to lean into the elegant theme. And they have a couple of headpieces on sale out here that you can get, and a cute little outdoor eating area to just sit and mingle. And then down here, this leads back to the neighborhood that I looked at the very beginning. So just for coordinating sake, sorry it lagged a little bit right there. And right here is Pashmina's house. She's a seamstress, so it was fun to put the loom here and then display also the custom dress that I super enjoyed while creating this island. Have a little picnic spot here too, right by the waterfall, so you could sit and enjoy the sound of the water. Up here is where Tasha lives, and I gave her a grand piano because I think it just really fits. Tasha is surprisingly adorable in my opinion. I didn't know that she was so cute, and then she was on my island and I was like, oh my gosh, you're perfect. So I was really happy to have her. Over here is where Lily lives, and she's got a harp and lots of flowers, and because she's a frog I wanted to make sure that there was a lot of water here, and so I'm really loving just the feel of the how much water there is here. I'm a huge fan of waterscaping, in case you couldn't tell. Over here in the distance, I made just a very, very simple illusion build for a shrine. I haven't, like I mentioned, I haven't done a whole lot of illusion builds, so this was kind of trying something new, and I also just have this lovely kimono on display. So this was kind of trying to figure out what to do with this very small area, which I feel like if the Fae existed, somebody would probably have a shrine for them. So it was fun to incorporate this, and it was extremely difficult to get everything lined up exactly so, because there wasn't a whole lot of space here to move things around. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm excited to get even better at illusion builds. And then down this way, we have kind of more, so this house is Beau's, and this house is Molly's, and their houses too looked super cute together. And they also look more on the naturey side of things, less on the elegant side of things. So in their little portion of the map here, I leaned more into the camping kind of a feel. So there's some outdoor cooking here, and Molly's also got a little fireplace here. And then behind them is Moonstone Falls, and this is just a cute little park area, and there's another fairy house hiding here, and a painting spot, and then over here there's just some treats for people to enjoy and a nice bench swing for people to just look out at the view. And then this walkway back over towards the shopping area. This was a really small space and I didn't know what to do with it, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I just started putting down some items that I felt like fit the theme pretty well, and I really like the simplicity of it, so that was a really fun, like, every time I walk by it, I'm happy with how it turned out, so that was exciting. And I think that covers just about everything on my island. I am already planning another one, and I'm looking forward to learning more design tricks and just improving overall. So I hope you'll stick around for the journey, and thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day.